We all know that in order to grow our business and grow our agency, that it is going to take an investment of our time. Maybe not necessarily only our time, it could also be our team's time, but it is going to take an investment of time. And more than 9 times out of 10, I'm hearing from agency owners that you don't have any time. You're already working 8+ hours a day. You're typically working on the weekends. You don't have any available time to be able to do anything else besides the work that you currently have, servicing clients or managing your team or whatever it is that you're spending your day doing. And it's a very important thing that we need to be able to adjust a couple things to allow for you to be able to get out of that place. Because if you don't have the time and you're already really, really busy, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do to get yourself out of that place. And you do have to be able to focus on some things to allow for change, to allow for you to be able to really fully get out of that place where you can maybe just relax for a moment. So the first thing that I wanted to just challenge you with is that you do have time. And I realized that I do have time, but the thing that I was doing is that I was prioritizing other things. So what is it that is your priority? Because like I mentioned, you do have time. It's just exactly where you prioritize it. And making sure that you are choosing what it is that is most important to you over the thing that just feels like it is hottest or on fire, and stop forsaking the future for today. The other thing that I wanted to quickly hit on is distractions. So the thing that I noticed in my own life and changed quite a few years ago was that I turned off all notifications within my own machines, not only for myself, but for my own team. I've done this with a couple clients as well, and been able to see some pretty significant upticks in efficiency from anywhere between 25 to 45% in the most extreme case, 45% immediate increase in efficiency just by turning off notifications. So what I found in myself was that I was actually moving between email, and I was going to instant messengers. I was going to different aspects of what I needed to do in a given day, but I was constantly moving between all of them. And it was causing my anxiety level to be higher. It was causing me to really feel completely and utterly just exhausted at the end of the day, not even having any mental capacity for anything, let alone to cook a meal, go for a walk, go work out, or spend any time with the family. I was done. And after making this adjustment, I was able to focus on the things that I needed to. I felt like I had more time. I was able to think about things better. And I was able to really spend some time in deep thought, allowing myself to be able to focus. And I didn't really understand why for a long time. And up until recently, when I read a book called Do Nothing, and I highly do recommend you check out the book. I have no affiliation with the author at all. But it really did hit me home, because this was something that I was experiencing quite a lot a few years ago. And now I understand sort of why this was happening. And the vast majority of Western cultures have this exact feeling that there's no time available, and that we really need to be as efficient and utilize every moment that we possibly have. And what that has led to is people feeling the need to multitask. And when people multitask, it's not even a possibility to truly multitask, but when people are doing that, they are actually causing things to be and take a whole lot longer. And the average worker in an 8-hour day typically is distracting themselves, and according to the studies from the book, every 3 minutes, which is causing people to be anywhere between 40 to 60% less efficient. So if you think about that, an 8-hour day would be able to be accomplished in 4 hours or less if you stop doing this particular amount of distraction. So you're able to do a whole lot more work in a less amount of time. And I'm not saying that you do need to do that much more work and add on more work throughout a day. You're maybe even being able to do less work in a day, work less hours, and even still find some additional time. So realistically speaking, if you're able to remove the distractions from your day-to-day life and being able to work quite a bit more efficiently and effectively, and find yourself 4 hours a day, and say that you work 2 of them and you're working 6 hours a day, you found yourself 10 hours of available time to focus on your business just by removing distractions. What I think is really important, and again, I've done this particular thing as well many years ago, was starting to think about exactly what I wanted to do and what my ideal day looked like. And from going on walks with my dog, to having meals at specific time, to cooking dinner, to being able to travel, all of these different things that I wanted to be able to do with my life and spend my time focusing on. It was really important for me to look at how exactly I was going about every single thing, and making sure that you actually do plan that thing out for yourself as well. So start thinking about what it is that you want to do, when you are going to do things. And one of the things that was really important for me was the recognition of the fact that I am at my best mental capacity in the morning, and that I do my deepest and most effective and most efficient thought in the morning. So I do everything that is going to take really deep thought in the morning. Anything that's more regular, things that I do on a regular basis, I do in the afternoon when I don't feel and I'm not at that maximum brain capacity. So think about who you are as a person, and not everyone is like me, a morning person. You may be more efficient and more have the ability for deeper thought in the afternoon. Whatever it is best for you. Start thinking about exactly how you want your day to be. Remove the distractions, whether it be email, social media, going shopping on Amazon, even maybe just checking. In the book, it talks about an exercise that she did. I didn't go through this, but I think that it was quite a useful method to think about your day, is actually writing every single distraction. Every time you get distracted, be it an email, be it Amazon, be it your kid running into the room, whatever it is, just write it down. There's no judgment to yourself, but just taking a look at what it is. And if you were able to take a look at actually how many hours are you truly working in a day, then you would actually have a very clear understanding of how many hours it actually does take. One of the things that allows for and allowed my team to be able to make this adjustment themselves and being able to focus for longer periods of time was that every single new team member that I bring onto my team, I give them a 24-minute hourglass that they flip on their desk every 25 minutes. And that's how long they're supposed to be dedicated to one thing. They're not allowed to distract themselves in the middle of that. And it's changing the way that their brain works in being able to actually focus on things so that they don't feel more anxious. They're able to get more done in a day, and they don't feel like they're at that constant state of anxiety as I once was in my own career. I really hope that this was something that really resonated with you, and hopefully gives you some clarity on how you can get out of this anxious, really busy place that you are in. This was a hard-fought thing for me to be able to do myself. So if you have any questions, do please reach out to me at robert@creativeagencysuccess.com. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video.